it's Janelle and welcome back to another Behind the Brand video. It has been such a long time since I've filmed one of these videos that I thought I'd start this one off by just giving a little small update on how things are going here at Rosery Apparel. The last time I filmed one of these videos was just before the release of my hazel pattern, and that pattern has been doing so well. I'm so happy that so many of you have loved that pattern as much as I do, and almost every day I get tagged in photos on Instagram of you making the hazel dress or wearing your own hazel dress, and it literally makes my day. So yeah, I kind of wanted to say a massive thank you for loving my patterns, the hazel dress and the Rosery dress, and for your constant support of me and this channel and my little brand that I've created. It honestly means so much to me, and because of you I'm able to do what I love every single day, and that doesn't get old. Like, I wake up every day excited to get working on something new, whether it be a new video or a new pattern. It's just my dream job, and I'm so grateful to you for supporting me and watching my videos. So this week I wanted to film another Behind the Brand video, as I'm really excited to announce that I'm working on a new pattern, the Willow Dress. So the Willow Dress is a wrap dress. I've been asked so much by a lot of you to make the wrap dress pattern that I shared in my getting ready for a wedding last minute video. So that was the first attempt at my wrap dress, and I've been perfecting the pattern since then, and it's finally ready to share with you all. So this week I'm kind of putting the finishing touches on the production of the pattern, and you really enjoyed seeing the process of making the pattern last time with my hazel dress. So I thought I would do the same with the willow dress, so you can see a little bit of a behind the scenes of what goes into making the patterns. So this week I'll be packaging the patterns up, sewing the instruction books, filming the instruction video, and yeah, I just thought I'd bring you along for the ride so you can see a little bit of the process. So today I'm hoping to film the instructions video for the willow pattern. It's a little bit cloudy at the moment, but later on around lunchtime it's going to become really bright and sunny, which is perfect conditions for filming. So that's why I've chosen to do it today. I'll give you a little look at the fabric I'll be making the willow dress out of in a second. But because it's a Monday morning and the start of a new week, the first thing I'm going to do is package the pattern orders from the weekend and run off to the post office and send them off. So let's package up some patterns. I just got back from the post office and I had an exciting package in my PO box, so I thought I would open it on camera because this is like perfect timing. So these are the envelopes that the willow pattern are going to be packaged into. Let me open one up so I can show you. So let me show you your first look at the willow pattern. Here it is. That is what the willow pattern will look like. So I've gone for a kind of really dark mustard colour for the colour scheme of the willow, and I'll be showing you the fabric that I'm going to be making the willow dresses out of, and I think you'll see how it all kind of nicely ties in together. Actually, what I'll do is I'll grab the Rosa pattern and the hazel pattern so you can see what the three of them will look like together. They look so good. I love it. I love how I've got a whole collection starting here. So the first pattern was the Rosa dress, which is the pink, And then I've got the hazel dress, which is kind of like a burnt orange brick red colour. And then we've got the willow pattern, which is the mustard. So as you can see, that's kind of how the three will look together. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let me know what you think. And also let me know what you think the next colour should be for the next pattern. I'm really happy with these and I'm so excited they're here because that means I really can get so much work done this week. I've got about 2 weeks until I want to launch this pattern, so that gives me plenty of time to get everything done now. And yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really excited because it just looks so good. Okay, so here is a look at the paper pattern piece. I'm really happy with how I managed to lay the pieces out onto this A0 paper. Only one piece didn't quite fit, so I've had to print that out at an A2 page. But with the physical patterns that you purchase, I was able to like print it custom size, so you'll have it all arrive to you in one nice big piece of paper. And here is a little look at the fabrics I'll be making the willow dress out of. So this mustard is a linen fabric and it's by A&R Fabrics, and they kindly gifted me this fabric, but I just think that mustard with the paper pattern, it just looks so perfect, it's ridiculous. So I'll be making probably the shorter version of the dress out of this mustard and then the longer version out of this amazing vintage bedsheet that I picked up from the thrift store. And I really like it because it's like got this beautiful blue shade but also kind of that mustard colour in the floral as well. And these two together, I mean, I think that's just so dreamy and perfect, and I think they're both going to be really good ones for summer as well. So that's kind of what the willow pattern is going to look like. I'm really happy with it. I just think, it all just looks so good together, and this vintage find was just amazing. I can't believe it. It is quite faded in some parts, so hopefully I can squeeze the pattern pieces out of it. I think that's what I'll do now. I'll spend some time cutting out the pieces in my size, lay them out on the fabric, make sure there is enough fabric to be able to do the longer version, and then we will go from there. The next day now, and I somehow managed to film the entire willow dress pattern instruction video yesterday, which I'm so happy about. I did not think I was going to get it done in one day, so that's a huge task ticked off my to-do list. It actually turned out so stunning. Let me show you. And here it is. How beautiful is that vintage fabric? And honestly, once it's on, it just looks so beautiful. I love the little bow at the front where the ties meet, just to hold the whole dress together. And what's really amazing about this dress is there's absolutely no zip. So this dress is such a good one for beginners. So if you've been wanting to make your own clothes but you don't know where to start, then this dress is going to be so perfect for you. It's just such a simple, easy make, and actually relatively quick as well. This is the short-sleeved long dress version. You're going to have to wait until the Willow instruction video goes out next week to see the long sleeved short skirt version, which I'll be making out of that amazing mustard linen fabric. So today's plan is to stitch up the instruction booklets and hopefully try and package all the Willow patterns. There's quite a few. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get them all done today, but I'm really going to try. So here are the covers of the instruction books, again in that really beautiful dark mustard colour. And then the instructions themselves are just made up of 2 pieces of paper. So the pages just kind of sit on top of one another like this, and then I fold it and then stitch along the centre there to kind of bind them all together. I will stitch a few up so I can show you properly what they'll look like, but then it will be, time-lapse city. Okay, so I've made the first 3. So you kind of open it up and it says the Willow Dress. So the first page has just a little bit of information about the pattern, and then the instructions start and they continue on until the next page, and then the next page. So as you can see, there's not like that many instructions because I like to keep my sewing patterns as simple as possible. And then the last page is just a page of any notes you might like to take. So now I'm just going to work through that massive pile of instructions, which hopefully won't take too long, and then I can start actually packaging up the patterns. And at last, they are all sewn up and finished. I was listening to this podcast here, the One Girl Band podcast. Literally just didn't have anything else to listen to, so I thought I'd give this one a try, and I'm loving it. So I definitely recommend you have a listen if you are interested in business or work for yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to spend some time packaging the patterns and the instruction booklets into the pattern envelopes. Basically, I spent the weekend pre-folding all of these patterns. It, again, took quite a long time, but now that they're all done, this last process of just packaging everything up will be so much quicker. So yeah, I'm just going to pop my podcast back on and package up these patterns. So now that the patterns are all folded up and packaged nicely, ready for launch day, I'm officially finished for the day. So I'm going to go for my afternoon walk now and enjoy a little bit of the sunshine. And then I'll continue this video on tomorrow, where I'm actually going to be working on a really exciting project, hopefully, if everything kind of goes to plan. Okay, so it's the next day, and this morning I have started working on a really exciting project. It's a completely new product that I'm working on for roseryapparel.com that I've never done before, so it may work, it may not, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. Basically this morning I have been busy ironing this beautiful pile of fabric because the plan is I'm going to start offering sewing kits as an option on my website. So with the Willow pattern going on sale in a week or so, I thought along with it I would also offer sewing kits. So you can buy the Willow pattern along with the fabric, and I've got a handful of threads here as well, and I'll basically package everything you'll need to make the Willow dress along with the pattern into a kit, and you can purchase the pattern that way. Because I often get asked where I buy my fabrics from, and to be completely honest with you, they're mostly all from the op shop. So I went op shopping and I found a selection of fabrics that I thought would work really well for the kits. So what's really great about these sewing kits is the fabric is 100% recycled, which is very important obviously, as we're not adding any new fabrics into the process, making them a more sustainable option for the planet. I'm really excited about these kits. I'm planning on packaging them up in a reusable tote bag, so it's going to have the Rosery logo on it and it will be really beautiful. So that's what I'm working on today. So as you can see, these are the fabrics that the kits are going to be available in. So I've got 2 plain fabrics, 1 gingham, a polka dot, and this really beautiful vintage floral fabric, which is actually pretty similar to the Willow dress I made a couple of days ago. In the sewing kit, you will receive your fabric, a cotton, one of these cute Rosery Apparel labels to stitch into your finished garment, the Willow pattern, and the sewing kits will be packaged in a Rosery Apparel tote bag. I plan to make all the tote bags out of these pieces here, and these are all remnant pieces that I picked up at work when I used to work at Spotlight. So again, it's very much recycled and using things that would have otherwise been thrown out. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these tote bags, and I'm going to be spending some time screen printing and making a few more today. So this is kind of my setup for the afternoon. So I've got this screen printing ink just in black, and this one is for fabric. So that is what I'm going to be using to screen print, and then the screen print itself is just a handmade one that I made quite a few years ago now, and it's still going strong. So I don't know. If you're a professional screen printer, maybe don't look too closely, because this was kind of my first attempt ever at making a screen print, and it works okay for me. So that is what I'm going to use to stencil the Rosery Apparel onto the calico. The first batch of tote bags are complete. So I kind of like work in batches, make 5 at a time, and I'm really happy with how they're looking. And here's a little look at what the sewing kits kind of will look like. So like I said before, the plan is you'll get your fabric, pattern, some thread, and a Rosery Apparel label to stitch into your finished dress, and they'll all be packaged in the tote bag. So you get a nice little tote bag at the end as well. I'm really excited about these sewing kits, and I hope you will be too. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you are interested in purchasing a sewing kit for yourself. These are going to be super limited. I think there's only going to be 11 of them. So if you did want one, you're going to want to get on to the website first thing on Sunday morning. They are going to be released at 8:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time on November the 8th. Definitely put an alarm on or something if you did want to pick up one of these for yourself. So I'm going to end this video here. I really hope you enjoyed coming with me on this pattern making journey, and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, because I actually really love making these behind the brand videos, and I've already started editing this one, and I just love putting them together and showing you a little bit of the making process of the things I'm working on here at Rosery Apparel. And the behind the brand videos are kind of what got me into YouTube in the first place. They're the videos I first started filming. So let me know if you actually do enjoy seeing these videos, because I really do enjoy creating them, and I would like to create more of them if you enjoy them, if that makes sense. Before I go though, I did just want to quickly say that if you wanted a cheeky little discount code for the Willow pattern when it's released next week, then make sure you sign up to my weekly newsletter, which there will be a link to down in the description below. And if you did enjoy this video, then be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Have a lovely day, and thanks for watching.